Shannon Sharpe did not hold back after seeing Skylar Diggins' cheap shot on Caitlin Clark. Caitlin has made it a habit of getting the best of her opponents. Time and time again, we have seen WNBA vets throw shade at her, whether it be rude comments or on-the-court interactions. And time again, we have seen Caitlin humble these people. So you would think that by now her opponents would get the message. You cannot rattle Caitlin. You can't get in her head. When an opponent does try it, they are the ones who end up falling apart. Just ask Diana Taurasi. Skylar Diggins-Smith is the newest pro to try and get aggressive with Caitlin. But by the end of this video, you'll see why that is such a bad strategy. The Indiana Fever vs. Seattle Storm game was incredibly entertaining. In the game, Caitlin broke multiple records, both franchise and league-wide. The Fever avoided a season sweep from the Seattle Storm with an impressive 92-75 victory. Now, all eyes were on the game not only because it was a highly skilled matchup, but because Caitlin only needed 2 assists to break a 26-year-old WNBA record. The rookie came into the game with 223 assists, just behind Tisha Penicheiro's WNBA rookie record of 224, which was set in 30 games with the Sacramento Monarchs in 1998. Naturally, she broke the record before halftime, and she only needed 28 games to do it. Caitlin's record came in the second quarter on a post-entry pass under the basket to Lexi Hull, who weaved through defenders to get an easy layup. Clark finished with 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists as the Fever picked up another impressive win since returning from the Olympic break. Although the record-breaking performance had people talking, there was another incident that took some shine away from what Caitlin had just accomplished. In the closing minutes of the game, Clark decided to fire up the crowd. However, she chose to do it directly in front of the Seattle bench, which caused Diggins-Smith, who was walking off the floor, to speed walk into Clark, shoulder checking her on purpose. Unfazed, Clark kept walking and celebrating with the victorious home fans. However, many fans stood up for Caitlin and called Skylar out for her cheap shot, including Shannon Sharpe, who was irate over this incident.
That ain't no accident. She sped up.
Yeah, she sped up real quick. Hey, maybe you know she a little. I don't say no hate, no just.
That's what it is.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Joe, this has been going on, Joe.
Shannon is of course correct. Vets have been targeting Caitlin for a while. Part of this had to do with the learning curve. The reality is that every WNBA player has heard the chatter for the past year or so about how this generational talent is about to come to the league and take over, and none of them want to be that team that allows it to happen. Not to mention the fact that Caitlin essentially had no break between her last college game and her first WNBA game. Usually, a rookie will either ride the bench and slowly get acclimated to the WNBA standards, or they just don't have as much responsibility as Caitlin did. During this learning curve, she had a nasty run-in with Kennedy Carter, who took a cheap shot at Caitlin when she wasn't looking. Carter seemingly shoulder tackled her for no good reason.
I mean, that's clearly a foul which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter, they called it away from the ball foul because it happened prior to the inbound. So then anybody can shoot the free throw.
Afterward, Carter refused to make any comments about Caitlin. This incident was so bad that you had guys like Shannon Sharpe calling out WNBA players for targeting Caitlin.
That's not basketball. Angel Reese getting tangled up. Yeah. Angel Reese trying to block her out and she hip checks her to the ground. Yes, that's basketball. That's bull jive. That's bush league. Yeah. Now, you woman enough to check the woman and she ain't got the ball, but you ain't woman enough to answer questions?
In the NBA, players also get targeted, but it's in a more friendlier manner. For example, a lot of young rookies want to dunk on LeBron James because that would be an awesome highlight clip for them. Or when Wemby came into the league, everyone wanted to dunk on him because it would have been great. but no one really goes out of their way to harm or injure another player. It has been so strange to see the women's reaction toward Caitlyn, who seems to be simply playing the game and not really trying to do anything extra. But what is weird is that Kennedy's teammate Angel Reese also had a nasty incident with Caitlyn in one of their games. Reese was coming from behind while teammate Isabel Harrison was also going for the ball. The former LSU star seemed to attempt a block but hit Clark's head instead. Officials originally called it a personal foul, and after a review they upgraded it to a flagrant 1. This type of thing does happen a lot in basketball because it is a physical sport. However, with it being Caitlyn, many believe that Angel crossed the line and did it on purpose. Reese, on the other hand, believes that she did nothing wrong.
Can you kind of, on the flagrant, did you feel like that?
The basketball play.
Yeah, did you feel like that was the appropriate call or?
It's a basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight. So.
But did look at it, but like you were going for the ball.
I mean, I'm always going for the ball, but y'all gonna play that clip what, 20 times before Monday?
Now, going back to the Skylar incident, Shannon Sharpe went on to say that Caitlyn should have really gone at Skylar afterward and sent a message that you cannot play those types of games with her.
Ain't nobody finna bump an Asia. Asia don't play that. Come on now. You know
They ain't bumping in the story.
But you know who?
My thing,
if
I'm Caitlin Clark,
you know who not to.
if I'm Caitlin Clark, I'd have told Skylar Diggins, get your coat, your brim, and get on out of our gym. Get your coat, your hat, and leave.
Get on out of our gym. I like that.
However, Caitlyn hasn't really been the type to trash talk. She allows her game to do the talking. This record that she sent against Skylar Diggins' team was just one of many. She also holds the single game assist record, along with the record for the most consecutive point assist double-doubles in a rookie season, the most double-doubles by a rookie guard, the first rookie to record a triple-double, the single game leader in three-point field goals made by a rookie, and she is the youngest player to record a double-double with points and assists in back-to-back games. But what's even more embarrassing for the Storm is that they tried to stop Caitlyn from setting the record against them and failed. Many believe the Storm pulled their starters with the hope the Fever would pull Clark so she wouldn't reach the double-digit assist record in 3 straight games. Well, Clark finished with 9, so no wonder Skylar was so angry.
Y'all stop this foolishness. Y'all see the woman speed up. Y'all see her, Caitlin Clark is getting the crowd and going. Y'all see Skylar Diggins speed up to make contact with her. Stop this. Y'all mad cause that corn-fed Iowa girl busting y'all ass. Y'all said she too weak. She can't do this. She lead the WNBA in assists.
Shannon is right once again. Prior to Caitlyn coming into the WNBA, there were plenty of former players saying that she would be in for a rude awakening and that her college dominance would not translate into the WNBA. Now, that was true for a little while, as her team had one of the toughest schedules in basketball to start off the season. But after adjusting to the league, she has quickly made people eat their words. Whether it be legends like Diana Taurasi, who has been beaten 3 times, or someone like Cheryl Swoops, who has constantly hated on Caitlyn, even though Caitlyn continues to prove her wrong and is the clear-cut Rookie of the Year winner. The jealousy is quite evident. Caitlyn truly is a threat in every facet of the game, which is why she is such a winner. Even when her shot is not falling, she can play make and get her teammates involved or grab boards and control the tempo of the game. She is not your typical one-dimensional basketball player. So no wonder she has taken over the league so quickly. Basketball arenas are packed whenever Caitlyn comes to town because everyone wants to witness her greatness in person. Every game, it seems as if the opposing team is trying their best to shut down Caitlyn, which is why it is extremely frustrating to watch when the refs are not doing their job. And if we're frustrated just watching the game, we can only imagine how Caitlyn must be feeling as she gets this unfair treatment. But this has only brought out her best. Not only has she been setting new records, but she was named to the Team WNBA All-Star Team and received the most fan votes of any player in the WNBA. She definitely has the support of the masses, which makes it even worse when other WNBA players try to hate on her. With the Rookie of the Year race coming to an end soon, Caitlyn looks to be a shoo-in to win the award, despite the media's best efforts to get Angel Reese involved. And when you take a deeper look into how the media treats Caitlyn and how she is being officiated, you begin to see the validity of the conspiracy theories about how the WNBA does not want her to succeed. despite the fact that Caitlin is essentially carrying the entire business on her back. No matter when you are an all-time great, no one can stop you. In fact, all the opposition ends up highlighting your greatness. And this is clearly the case for Caitlin, who continues to shine and break records, despite everything that is going on around her.